A very good morning to all the students. Uh, Myself, Dr. Pradeep Sharma, and today we'll be starting the class for line integrals, volume integral, and surface integrals. So let me start with a small discussion on first of all the line integral and the topics what we'll discuss over here in this class like vector integrals we'll be discussing and that line integrals, surface and volume integrals. Accordingly, we'll see the divergence theorem, Green's theorem in the plane and Stokes theorem. Along with we will have some idea conservative fields in scalar potentials and vector potentials. So let me start. Myself, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sharma from University of Engineering and Management, and we will start our discussion from the line integral, which is also called the path integral or contour integral, or we can say the curve integral. And it is actually the function integrated along the curve, and that curve is represented by RT instead of along a straight line. So, because a curve, you can understand that it's a collection of small, infinite number of straight lines. So, accordingly, we will be integrating that function. So, it is to be a scalar or it can be a vector field. Now, if we want to integrate a scalar field along that curve, the line integral is simply FDR. Otherwise, we have to generalize from this integration that it is integral a to b and the function f is there. So the value will be fb minus fa. And we can say that, okay, whatsoever the value of the area enclosed by that curve up along that surface, the surface is suppose fxy in the direction of z, and it is described by that field. So we can see over here, suppose this is a function f, and we are having 2 points A to B, and this is the path along which we have to move. And if we can generalize this along the curve, along that path, along that surface, then this is having this type of structure, and the surface can be straight along this red line where this curve is in blue line. So the area is under the between these two. So again I am playing this. If you can see, kindly consider this. This is the region in xy plane. F is the function, and this is the path A to B we are going to have. So along this path we have to take the line integral, but you can see there the surface is having certain things accordingly, and we will have the curve accordingly with that surface with this red line, and then there is the area enclosed. This area enclosed is given by this integral f ds. Okay. So we can say that the line integral, when we are saying, it is basically you can understand that we want to have certain variables, and suppose this function f is having one variable u with respect to another, so we can have this fd, and accordingly we can parameterize this function. So when we are using this function like I cap f1 du plus g cap f2 du and k cap f3 du. So definitely we can have in a geometry that the resultant vector g can be given as integral a to b fu du, because this is the curve given by our function f, but this f is actually can be considered as a collection of infinite number of straight lines, and the length of the straight line is this del u. Okay, so n is tending to infinite, the number of these small straight line sectors, and this del up is basically the length of this sector is going to be smaller and smaller to make this curve smooth. So the value will be given by this sigma p is equal to 1 to n fu del. And we can easily generalize this as integral this curve f dot dr, and this curve is like this symbol we are given. So we can write that if f is equal to f1, f2, f3, and this is a vector field defined in some region of the space. So we can parameterize this accordingly. RT is equal to GT, HT, QT. Okay. For the values of T1 and T2, R1 is equal to RT1 and R2 is equal to RT2. And we can easily find out these values. So this R1 to R2 f dot dr is to be like this. So accordingly, we are actually what we are doing. We are changing the parameters of this function f, okay, from R to T. So accordingly, we have done. We can easily consider that there are a number of vectors along this A to B, and the direction of these vectors can be defined when we are moving from one point to another along this curve, like this. Suppose when we are moving from this vector, and the direction you can see that it starts changing. It starts changing when we move along this path. And we got the value of the area enclosed by this path with that surface. Okay. So again, I'm just going to play it, and the function is what we have earlier also. Let us see again. So these are different type of, you can say, a number of small vectors along this path. But when we are moving this from A to B along this path, the direction changes. So when we are moving from here, let us see, when we are moving from here, then the direction changes. And accordingly on this surface, we got the value. So we can see that these areas are easily accessible, easily calculated using this function, which is line integral of the vector field. So now we can take one example over here, like evaluate f dot dr for the vector field f minus 4xy I cap plus 8yj plus 2k. We have to find the value of this from the origin to the point 241, but along the curve r is equal to ti plus t square j plus half tk, where t has the value 0 to 2. So we can see over here we have to find the value of f dot dr, but r is not being given in that value. R is defined in terms of t. So first we have to find the value of dr by theta and dt. Actually we need to parameterize this function, so we have to parameterize the curve, and accordingly we got the value of r1 and r2. 2 points are there. This is the origin and this is the point in consideration, 241. So and the limits are for 0 to 2. So we can evaluate this function f dot dr, r1 to r2. Using this consideration, we put the values, and accordingly we can solve this in terms of t, and put the limits 0 to 2. We got the value 50. So we can say that the components and as well as all other things can be easily calculated if we see that how to parameterize the function. So 2 points we need to concentrate on. First, the parameterization, then the point, this point, change of point consideration, and accordingly put the value in the integration. So this can also be interpreted as the work or the flow of that vector field. Like we have already defined as, if we are having a vector field, suppose a force, like a gravitational force, then when this gravitational force works, there is some displacement, there can be some displacement, so it's called a work integral. And its value is the work done by the force for a particle moving between 2 points. So when we say that in general, that work is said to be path dependent, because the result of the integral depends on the concrete shape of R. But we should not be confused with path integration formulation of this quantum matrix. These are integration over a space of paths. So, if instead of representing a force, F represents the velocity field in a fluid, then it is the flow. So, it is the circulation around that curve. So, F dot dr, when F represents the velocity field, which is also a vector field, then F dot dr along that curve will give you the circulation around that curve. So we will be having more discussion on surface integral in our next part. Thank you, and let us see line integral and surface integral. Definitely you can understand that it's an important part. In our next part, we will try to see how surface integral works. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.